Hi, and welcome to this quick how to help video on similar shapes. Now, this is focused in on finding missing edges. So for area and volume when it's 3D, there'd be a completely different how-to video on that. The video itself is going to just show this as a very simple topic at its basics so you can understand what's going on. And then I'm going to show you how the examiner will try and make this harder. So first thing to know is that similar shapes are enlargements. Everything's scaled up. So if one edge is scaled up by 2, all the edges would be scaled up by 2. So to give you a very simple idea of what we're talking about, if I put this as 4 centimeters, I can now see that the base of this triangle, which is 4, and the base of this triangle is 8. The scale factor is going to be multiplied by 2. So it wouldn't matter what I put here. I could put 2, and I know then that x must equal 4. I could have done something completely different. I could have put 1.5, and I know that this would have to be 3, because that edge has to be scaled up in exactly the same way. So that is the principles behind similar shapes. Let's just see what the examiner might do if he wants to just make this feel a little bit harder. So 2 main things. 1, he's going to just bring the shapes together so that for you, it feels like you're just looking at one diagram. You're actually looking at a triangle slotted inside another triangle, and it just messes with the head enough for you to miss what topic you could be looking at. So still similar shapes. The other thing that he could do is he could use numbers that aren't so easy to work with. Multiplying by 2 is an easy spot, but something a little bit trickier in you're again losing what to do with numbers. So let's put some numbers in this diagram. We're going to say that this edge is 6 centimeters. We're going to say that the whole of this edge here is 4.8 centimeters. I'm going to give you this as well. And I'm going to ask you, and I'm going to use a highlighter, I'm going to ask you to find just that length there. Now in the exam, they'll use letters around the diagram most likely and be pinpointing you via that method. Okay, so with this, it can be really easy to get lost on what to do with which number. So I would really recommend my boxes and labels method. You can use it in so many places, and you'll see it throughout my how-to videos, because it just deals with things that are proportionally growing together in such a nice, neat little way. So I'll finish this off by showing you that. So my boxes and labels is basically a 2x2 grid where I put information, and it just organizes the numbers. So I know that I am looking at a small triangle, which is my small black one, and my big triangle. And for boxes and labels to work, I have to find a pair that goes together, and then they sit side by side. So the linking pair in this question is this edge on the small and this edge on the large. They are the same edge on each one of my triangles. So in the small, I'm going to put 2.2, and in the large, I'm going to put 6. And there is my pair, my fact that go together into the grid. The next piece of information is my 4.8. I've got to get it in the right place, or obviously it's going to go wrong. This 4.8 is stretching all the way across, so it belongs to the big triangle. So in my big column, I would be putting in my 4.8. Okay, if you've seen this before, you know exactly what you're doing. If you haven't, then what we are looking for is the number that is trapped. So if you remember that kind of toy slidey tile game, okay, the number 6 can't be moved anywhere because the 2.2 and the 4.8 is in the way. So I call the 6 my trapped number. My trapped number will always go on the bottom of a fraction. It will become a denominator. And then the other 2 numbers can go in any order you like. Okay, if you were working without a calculator, you might give it a little bit more thought. If you've got a question like this, it would be on a calculator paper. They're not expecting you to be able to do all of that by hand. You put that in to your calculator, you get 1.76 out. So the answer to our missing green length is 1.76 centimeters. Okay, I hope you found that useful. Please do subscribe to my channel. I'm posting on videos all the time, and at the moment we are getting geared up for the exam, so there's absolutely loads going on for trying to get that grade 4 or that grade 5. Thank you for watching this Target Maths video.